Hi, this is Shakti. In this video, we are going to see the walkthrough of ServerAvatar Control Panel. With the help of this panel, we can able to easily manage the VPS and dedicated servers. I'm going to show you what are the options they provide for managing the server. Let's dive into the video. Here I'm on the ServerAvatar panel. We can able to quickly glance the number of servers and the applications and database we have on the dashboard. Okay, so here I will show you how you can connect the new server with the ServerAvatar platform. On the top right side corner you have the create button. Just click on it and click on the server option. With this custom option we can able to connect servers from any providers. We just have to provide the server name and the server IP address and the server root password. If you have a custom SSH port, you can also mention it here. By default it will be 22. To connect the server with this panel, we need to enable the port number 43210. This is the port they are going to use to communicate with our server, and also make sure the provided IP address is public. They also show you the supported operating system, and also we need to make sure there is no already website hosted on the server. It needs to be a clean Ubuntu OS installation. Here we can choose the tech stack for our server. We can expect regular update on these stacks. They update PHP version. They also introduce new tech stack if needed. They recently launched the Node stack, which is on the beta version. For WordPress, I use Open Lightspeed and MariaDB combo, but you can choose any database type and the tech stack you want and click on the Connect Now button. After that, they will install the tech stack you have selected and your server will be ready to manage from this panel. We have the option to integrate with our server providers like Amazon Lightsail, DigitalOcean, Vultr, Linode, Hetzner. They also add new companies time by time. With the help of this integration, we can able to spin new server from the ServerAvatar dashboard itself. You can also find the same options under integrations, cloud platform. So basically both of these options for integration are same. If you connect here, it will also replicate on the new server creation page. We can also integrate with our Git repos, and we can also add cloud storage integrations for database and application backups. Here we have Google Drive, Amazon S3, Wasabi and S3 compatible storage options. I have already made a video on how you can connect this S3 compatible storage with iDrive storage. So if you want, you can watch that video. I will provide the link in the description. On the backups tab, we can able to create and manage the existing backups. We can also schedule backups, and all the deleted applications backups will be shown on the archive backups. To create a new backup, click on the Take an Instant Backup button. Provide backup a name. Here we have three options: file system for files only backup, database for database only backup, and if we choose the applications, it will back up both the files and the database. And then we need to select the server and the application and the database we need to back up. On the storage provider option, if we have a storage connected, it will show here. By default, they will provide us with the ServerAvatar storage option. It will cost us $0.07 per GP per month. Okay, now let's move on to the database tab. Here we can see the list of database on all of our servers. I have only one database on a server. If we have a lot of database and lots of server, we can easily sort that out here. On the applications tab, we can able to see the list of applications on all of our servers. Likewise, you can see the list of servers on the server tab. We can see the server name, IP address, the status of the server, web server type, database type, OS version. All this information can be seen here. On the server management page, we can also see the similar information shown here, and also some extra information shown here. We can able to share the server with our client or developer. I will explain you that option later. We also have the option to enable or disable the firewall. We also have the option to restart the server. Again, we can see here the operating system we are running on, and the web server type and the database type. We can also see the CPU model our server using and the number of CPU cores, and we can also see the time zone our server has and the uptime of our web server. I have one WordPress application already on this server, so it's showing me one application, one database, and one application user. This is the main thing I like about ServerAvatar Panel. They have a clear monitor for all the resources. We can able to track the server load here and all the memory usage, disk usage. They also create a swap memory on the server installation. The server load graph will show the load on your CPU, and they have a resource usage graph for the memory usage and disk usage, and they also show us the query monitor for the application queries. On the application tab, we can see the list of application in this server. I will deeply explain about the application tab later in this video. On the databases tab, we can see the list of databases. On the application users tab, we can see the list of users for the applications we have created. Under the firewall, we can able to click around the firewall rules. We can enable a certain port, or we can also disable a certain port. It's all can be done here. On the fail to ban section, we have the option to enable the fail to ban on our server, which can be useful if your server is getting a lot of DOS attack. On the cron jobs section, we can able to create new cron jobs for our applications here. On the logs section, we can able to view the access log and error logs of the server. Select a log you want and click on the fetch log button. We can able to view the log inside the dashboard itself. On the services page, we can able to see the tech stack of our web server. We can individually manage each and every services here. I can able to restart a service, start a service, or stop a service with these actions provided on the right hand side. Troubleshooting the server avatar configuration file will be easy. We just need to click on the check and reset button. This will reconfigure all the server avatar files on your server. So basically, if you have a problem with the communication between the panel and the server, this will solve it. In the logs, we can able to view if there is any issue found. Here we can see the postfix UFW services has been failed. Currently, these services are disabled in the server, so it's showing as failed. On the server settings page, we can change the name of the server, host name, PHP CLI version, and we can also set the time zone for the server. Can enable IronCube PHP extension. Also, we have the option to disable the automatic server reboot option. On the security settings, we can change the SSH port, Redis password for the Redis cache, and for the security updates, we can make the schedule every month, or we can also set a custom schedule for it. There is an option to change the server IP. When we create a custom application, by default it will show a HTML page. We can enter the HTML page content here, and also for the disabled application, we can able to create a disabled page here. There is an option to disconnect the server from the panel. This does not affect the data in it. It will simply disconnect the server. On the alerts tab, we can set server load, memory usage, disk usage, and average load of our CPU. All these alerts will be sent through notification channels. Here we can attach our notification channels like Telegram, email, where we will get those alerts. On the disk cleaner, we have the option to clean all the log files and temporary files of the server with one click, and also we can enable automatic disk cleaner option. We have the option to migrate our server to a different server. We can choose the application we want to migrate and choose the database we want to migrate and choose the destination server. It will automatically get migrated. With the share option, we can able to share our server with a developer or a client. We need to enter their email address and their designation as client or developer, and we have all the options to set the permissions we want to provide. For example, if you are providing access to your developer, you can enable options like create application, create database, create application user, and options like file manager, SSH certificate, PHP settings. And all other options will be disabled for the developer. You can tweak around the settings as per your needs. Under the activity log, we can able to track the activities on the server. Going back to the applications tab, for all the application we have information like application name, application username, the domain name, PHP version, the status of the application, SSL certificate, the size of the application, and also if you are a WordPress user, you can also click and log into your WordPress right from the dashboard. On the individual applications page, we have the server details and the application details like SSL, application name, primary domain, and also they provide us a toggle to enable and disable the application, and also an auto login option for the WordPress applications. SFTP SSH credentials for the application provided here. We can enable and disable with the toggle. And our application domains, if you have multiple domains, you can set a primary domain here. For testing, you can create a staging site. It will create a duplicate of your site on the same server. And they have a really good file manager like cpanel. We can able to manage all our application files and folder from here. All the basic tasks can be done here like adding, deleting, uncompressing, compressing files, renaming a file. We can also able to view the hidden files. There is also a inbuilt text editor with the file manager itself. We have the option to upload custom SSL certificate, or we can use the free Let's Encrypt SSL certificate. It gets auto renewed. Application level fail to ban configurations. On the PHP settings, we have PHP version selector and also other PHP options. We can also disable certain PHP functions. With supervisor, we can also monitor and manage process on our application. Can able to fetch the access log, error log happened on the application. Site clone feature to clone your application and database to a different server or within the server. Options to troubleshoot your application with the help of the ServerAvatar support. We need to pay $10 per ticket. This is only for application level support. If you have problem with the panel itself, they will provide free support. On the application settings, we have the option to change custom web route. We can also simply fix the permission of the files and directory using a simple button click. And there is an option for maintenance mode. We can enable and disable with a quick toggle, and you can also delete the application from here. To integrate with Cloudflare, we need to provide the API token and the zone ID of the application domain, and then we can manage DNS of the Cloudflare and some other basic settings from here. So these are all the options they have for now. They keep on updating their panel, so on the time you are viewing their panel, it might be a little different. Check out the panel. When comparing this panel with their competitors like runcloud, cloudpages, cloudways, they have a pretty decent pricing, and also they have a plenty of features in their panel like I've shown you. They also have dark mode, and their panel is completely mobile responsive. I'm using this panel for almost 2.5 years. It's mostly stable and they keep on adding new features time to time. If you want to easily manage your dedicated server and VPS, I recommend you to use this control panel and give it a try. I hope you found this video useful. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more useful information videos. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.